Well, welcome back to Let's Go Ford, and now we're going to bring to you a quick walk around and, well, full-on options and equipment that can come with the new 2018 Ford EcoSport. Yes, that's EcoSport. Don't confuse it with the EcoBoost. They want to rename and rebrand this vehicle because there's two different engines that are offered and available. Ford references the EcoBoost anytime that there's a turbocharged or twin turbocharged or twin scroll turbocharged engine that Ford is producing. That would be an EcoBoost, which is available in this, the EcoSport. So new for 2018 to the US is this vehicle. Now it hits an awesome segment, and the biggest thing that we want to touch on with that is the production is going to end up being roughly 500,000 units from 2018 to 2020. Now, this is the #1 selling vehicle in its segment since 2003 globally outside of the US. They've produced about 1.7 million of these vehicles already. It's available with two different engines. So let's just get into what the vehicle is and see if it's a good fit for you and your dynamic and your needs. Start out just by taking a look at the front end, which I think is a strong front end for the size of the vehicle and for the look, a pronounced stance with a Ford branded grille. Now you're going to see this grille very similar to it in vehicles like the Fiesta, in vehicles like the Ford Edge, and in vehicles like the Ford Escape. So it's tying to that family in the SUV lineup from the compact standpoint. Love the look of the lights on this vehicle too. Huge projector beam headlamp that's on it, and you do have a good looking fog light. I like the way that it looks. The other thing that I like is how this comes through. Just this piece comes through all the way down to where typically it's cut off with that lower plastic panel, and that really separates it. I think that gives it a good approach to it too. The look on this vehicle also looks taller, and it is taller than a lot of the competition that's in this segment. The other thing too is the width. The width of the vehicle is a very good stance on it to give you a stable ride when you're driving this vehicle. Now this is an EcoBoost engine inside of this EcoSport. This is going to be a 3-cylinder, 1-liter engine that's available, and then you also have with all-wheel drive or our 4-wheel drive intelligent 4-wheel drive system, the 2.0-liter dual overhead cam, and that's going to be a direct inject engine that's offered for any of the 4-wheel drive options. Here's the cool thing. They're coming up with 4 different trim levels. You're going to have an S package, an SE like this, an SES, and a titanium trim level as well. The cool thing that they're bringing to the table is 4-wheel drive in all of those packages. So you can go very inexpensive with 4-wheel drive, or you can go very much loaded up with the 4-wheel drive as well, and anywhere in between. So if you're the type of driver looking for a few extra goodies on your vehicle, cool, you can get 4-wheel drive with that. Or if you're more of a purpose-built, we live in the Midwest here in Michigan, yeah, this is going to get you through what you need to get through. An alloy wheel on this SE is a good look for the vehicle too. A lot of times I'll see vehicles in this segment that have too small of a wheel and it gives it the wrong look all the way around. This is a Bridgestone all-season tire that's going to be on this vehicle, and this is a front-wheel drive. So having the EcoBoost 1.0-liter front-wheel drive, paint-to-match mirror caps on this SE package, along with a turn signal built into the mirror. This vehicle also has a blind spot awareness system, and with Ford's blind spot awareness, it's actually available on both sides, unlike Honda. So you have a monitoring system that's going to be on both sides. So we're taking a look at the bottom part of this vehicle, and I love paint-to-match rocker panels, but it's actually purpose-built. With the bottom part of this having that plastic finish or that matte finish on the bottom, and then in the lower part of your doors, it's a good way to prevent having rock chips, and it's an easy way to be able to clean off that highway dirt and debris that you're going to see, or even salt, snow buildup, or any type of dirt road buildup that you might have too. Taking a look back here, this is one of the things that you've seen Ford go to in pretty much all of their lineup. You have some Super Duties that are outside of that, but what you're looking at is an easy fuel, capless fuel system. Easy fuel, capless fuel system. What that does is it prevents a lot of the vapor lock that you may have with a standard turnstile cap. Well, with no cap, you don't forget it at the gas station, and then also, well, you can just put it in, fill it up, pull it out, and shut the door, and you're all done. So that's a nice way to look at it. If you're going to add fuel from an auxiliary fuel tank, a gas can, it's going to be provided a funnel. It's white with the vehicle too. So you're able to actually put that fuel in instead of having to stick or jam something down into the gas receiving receptacle thing there. So that's kind of nice that Ford includes that with it. Backside of the vehicle, an extremely awesome low floor load height here in the back. Now this vehicle has the reverse sensing system in it. You do have some of the reflective pieces that are built down into the bumper. You see that the tail lights here wrap around to where this typically would be a lift gate. Well, you can reach as long as you want. You'll never find it if you're looking for a lift gate. Here on the back side of this vehicle, this is going to operate a swing gate on this. So that's going to be just directly below where that applique is for a tail light as it wraps around the side. Why do they do this? Well, you know, it's a couple different reasons. Honestly, it's the accessibility to be able to use that full range of entry and exit of, you know, things or cargo or luggage or whatever you may have back there. But the other thing too is, think about any of the hatchback styles, how far up that hatch has to start in order to be able to get that hatch high enough or that lift gate high enough for you to be able to walk underneath it. So this is a very good way to take a look at accessibility and being able to put all the cargo and manage that cargo very easily for you. So I do like that. Now this one does have the cargo canopy cover too, so you can use that. Down below here is where you're going to actually have a stackable shelf. So this is removable. You can take it all the way out, or you can stack it up to the top shelf here, so your divider can go up if you'd like a little higher load floor. You can go to the middle selection here, and then you can go all the way down to the bottom if you want to maximize your cargo ability. What's underneath there? Let's take a look. So this also isn't that cardboard plastic flimsy, it's a composite plastic, it's solid, it's nice, and to separate that, it's easy. Take a look underneath here. You remember me just speaking about our capless fuel system. Here's where your funnel is going to be. This is actually a tow hook for the front of the vehicle, and this is an inflation kit for anything you would need as far as roadside assistance with your tires if you're deflating or if you run over a nail and you're able to fix it. With roadside assistance, that's provided for 5 years and 60,000 miles with Ford Motor Company on any new purchase or lease. So that's a nice option to have. And if you see the 60-40 split here, this seat can collapse and this seat can collapse. You actually got a pretty good angle there. I'm going to show you how to do that, and there's a first step that's going to be involved in the front. Let's take a look at how to do that. I'll quickly unlock the doors for you here. So inside, what you're going to look at is first folding the seat. To fold the seat, we're going to need to take the bottom portion of the seat cushion forward, and then we're going to collapse the back portion here. Let me move this seat forward a little bit just to make it a little easier to see the entire thing collapse for you.
Here's that seat's all the way back, so it's not like often you're going to feel it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Once you have it actually folded down, you can then slide it back again and get a little bit more comfortable if you want to maximize the cargo area of it. So taking a look at that, that's the 40% portion. Now your 60% portion can collapse as well. Here's what I like about how Ford did this though, is you can remove this cargo canopy cover, and once you move that shelving system, you can now have a flat load floor. So you see the difference here of where your height is, right? So now if we take that same panel and we lift it up to that higher portion, now I've got that flat load floor, which is really cool, and I don't think anybody's touched on that feature yet that I've seen in any of the demonstrations too. So it's important to point these things out because you want to know what you're getting into. Now car seats, yep, you're going to see the latch or the lower anchor tether child safety harness system in it. Well, let's talk about safety. Ford is very, very strong about building what's called a safety canopy. Their safety canopy is going to be your A pillar, your B pillar, your C pillar, all the crumple zones that are made to make this vehicle more of a roll cage. Well, the CUV and SUV style has become more of a standard and more of a selling segment in the US. So this vehicle has to be safe. That was one of Ford's first and most predominant things. Well, 10 airbags standard inside of the vehicle, that's huge, and that's a big number. So from a knee airbag to a two-stage and occupant rating airbag system. So literally it goes, where's my seatbelt tensioner, where's my seat position, how fast is the vehicle going, where's the point of impact? All of these things come into mind when they go, here's the airbag release and where does it need to be released. Not only to protect the vehicle at the body shop, if you don't have a passenger, well, why are you going to have a passenger airbag deploy? Well, it's going to save you on some safety there too. The nice thing is, Ford also has a secondary release for their air pressure too. So if the first system fails within a millisecond, that second one goes off. Let's speak about milliseconds. Every 16 milliseconds, this vehicle's roll stability control, RSC, branded by Ford, and advanced track system is going to be going off. So it constantly measures where the brake force is going to on the inside or outside to give you the best ride quality and the best traction, along with standard things like traction control. Advanced track with roll stability control, great way to grip the road and make sure that you've got a confident drive out of this vehicle. Let's take a look at some more things. We're going to take a look at the interior, how the new screen has changed up, and a couple of the things on the interior cockpit to just make sure you understand what is new for the EcoSport in 2018 with Ford. Come on in, let's show you a couple things. Let's take a look at the interior and a couple of the options that are offered in this 2018 EcoSport that Ford has out here. Now let's talk about a couple things. This is an SE package, but it does have an upgrade. So the SE package will come with a 6.5-inch screen. This is the 8-inch screen and an SE convenience package coming with the 8-inch screen and the navigation. Now this has got an awesome look to it that really gives you that luxury feel. And whether your hands are on the leather wrapped steering wheel or up here taking a look at some of the options that you have available, let's just go to what some of those options are. Now this is the home screen that has your navigation. If we touch that, it's going to expand to the full 8-inch screen, be able to show you destinations, points of interest, all of those good things that are going to come with your more advanced technology that's coming in the navigation system, and this being the Sync 3 system. What I like here too is on your home system here, your home screen, you're able to go into settings, and this vehicle is able to have the Wi-Fi, the hotspot option. So the cool thing about that, we're paired with AT&T for $20 a month. You're able to pair up to 10 devices to the vehicle on your mobile hotspot, which is very cool because you don't have to sign a year's subscription. You can do it a month at a time. Ford's going to give you a trial period for 3 months to check it out and see if it's something that you'd like to do. But even if it is a trip that you're taking down to Florida and back or wherever you're going, you can sign on for just a month, and for $20 you can run hotspot the entire time and have kids in the back with iPads or tablets or their devices, and they're able to connect and still be able to surf the internet, go to their kids' YouTube and everything else that's available too. On the interior of this vehicle, you have a smart charging ports for USB. Now, Ford illuminates those in the light ice blue color, and the cool thing about that is it'll charge and maximize the charging capability of your tablet or smartphone to the maximum amount of charging capability that device can handle. Now that's brilliant, and now you can actually charge whatever those Wi-Fi options are with the vehicle going down the road. You have a digital climate control in here too, which I love because you're going to be able to set it at an auto setting, give it a degree to check instead of just going blue is cold and red is hot. Well, I like that. They've even integrated a way to save as much space as possible, and here's where your hazard switch is, right between your two driver-passenger vents that are here. Got a good size glove box that's here as well with storage up above, and that's probably going to be for your owner's manual. And then you do have your center armrest. Now, a lot of people will mention size on an armrest is crucial. Well, how about having an armrest period is crucial? I'm 5'8". I've got plenty of room inside this vehicle. I've got a moonroof up above me. Very comfortable. Push button start on this vehicle as well. Cruise control, and even better, we were talking about safety a bit earlier, and let's touch on that again. Safety. Whether you're going to be a business owner buying this for an employee or a salesperson, monitoring your fuel economy and still having capability and size. Well, the safety that you have with that is another system called MyKey. MyKey can limit the speed of the vehicle, and it also can turn it makes it so you can't even listen to your radio until your seatbelt is in a clasped position. So you can monitor speed, you can restrict speed, and you can make it to where you can't even listen to the radio without having your seatbelt on. Other things that are nice too is being able to take off that screen if you don't want to have a reflection or if you're very sensitive in the eyes. So if you don't want it to be a distraction, and it seems to be one for you, just simply hit your screen button here on the right hand side next to your tune knob, and that'll be able to take that screen off for you. So that's cool. You don't have a way to distract yourself with it. Other things that are unique to this vehicle is this whole cockpit design. This is one of Ford's new looks. Now, you have either a 2.3-inch screen that's going to come up front, or you're going to have this. This is going to be the 4.2-inch LCD productivity screen. That's nice because you can actually control with your left side everything that's going on right here. It's telling me my right door is ajar, left door is ajar, and I'm in full accessory power mode. Well, in there too, you can monitor your fuel economy, your miles till empty, your miles per gallon, and even be able to go back and control any of your favorites. If you want to have a digital speedometer, if you want to see where your compass is at, if you want to go back to your entertainment and be able to adjust that as well, you can. Whether you go to your different devices and Bluetooth options with the vehicle, you definitely can. And another thing about safety that I really enjoy about Ford is their SOS post-crash alert system with 911 assist. What does that cost you? Nothing. It's free forever. to the first, second, and the next 20 people that could potentially own or drive this vehicle. What does that do? That means if this vehicle is in an accident and you have a crash sensor go off in the vehicle, it'll honk the horn and flash the light. So even if there's an accident at night, they're able to find you a lot easier. Also, it doesn't triangulate. It doesn't use a call center, then over to 911, as long as you've paid your bill. Well, here's the cool thing. There is no bill. It goes directly to the closest 911 dispatch that is to your pinpointed GPS location. Thank you, Ford, for making it a little bit easier and a lot more confident when you have your family and loved ones in the vehicle, or you're simply letting someone borrow the vehicle. You know they're going to be safe or found if, heaven forbid, something happened. So that is all things that come complimentary with any EcoSport that has a sync program with it. So if you can Bluetooth your phone, you're going to have your 911 assist and SOS post-crash alert. Interior options, we're talking about this, the SE. You have an S, an SE, an SES, and you have the titanium. What can you do for interior upholstery? Well, when you have the S and SE, you're going to have the cloth interior. This is the sport cloth in this SE. You also have a partial leather interior that is available, and that's going to be in the SES package. A full leather trim is going to be accompanied with a titanium package. A variety of selection of wheel designs are going to be coming with the vehicle as well. And we talked about this 8-inch screen. How about Bang & Olufsen sound system? That is going to be coming with your titanium package, and that is enough sound in there to blissfully go deaf, enjoying the cranking up extra subwoofer and the 9 speakers that come with it. This is going to be the SE with the 8-inch screen and 7 speakers that are coming with this. It's impressive. I like the options you can get with it. The color options are phenomenal. And the way you can get it packaged, pretty much any way you'd like to have it. Towing capability, we didn't touch on that. It's 1,400 pounds with the 1.0 liter EcoBoost engine, 3-cylinder. And then you have the 4-cylinder 2.0 liter direct inject that's able to do 2,000 pounds behind it. So you can still do and tow the things that you need to tow while maximizing your fuel efficiency, size, and just the right feel. If this is an option that you like, give us a shout. You can either call us, we'll be at 810-629-2255, or check us out on our website down below. That's going to be www.lascoford.com. We are taking orders, and we do have available inventory right now. We appreciate it. This is Paul Zagman here at Lasco Ford. Thanks for watching.